today we have a discussion, all right, and we would like to share this with you, how to determine our sample size, all right. Is it only based on the rules and regulations like the population size, or we have other consideration that we have to take into account? For an example is that, is it only the sample size that we have to look at, or even only the population? Or else we have other consideration like the software that we have to use, okay? All right, another thing is that after we have determined the sample size, okay, once we have collected the data, all right, okay, how are we going to do the data cleansing? Let's look at this discussion.
I just finished the data collection and I'm cleaning the data, and I found that I collected around 507, but I learned that around 67 I have to eliminate due to the way they answer it, because there are some statements which are just the opposite. I found that some participants, they, for example, click 4444 or 777 like that. So 67 cases are there. So I'll again go through individual questionnaires and see which of them I can retain or how much I should delete or drop. So I think I'll get around 450. I'm not very sure that will be quite a good number. Many books says 300 or around 400 will be good based on number of variables that I have.
How many questions that you're supposed to collect based on your population?
Based on population, it is around 350. But because I'm using a structural equation modeling, I thought I would collect around 500. But
okay, Shamim, sorry for interrupting. Remember a few things here. Okay, if the population size is known, from there you can determine the sample size. We know that. Okay.
Right.
And now, if the population size is unknown, then how to come up with the sample size? Because we don't know the population size, we don't know the sampling frame. So here, usually we pick non-probability sampling. You know that, right? Now, the question is how to come up with the sample size. As we have discussed many times, there are many methods. One of them is called the items times 5, or some researcher, they have said that the items, the number of items times 10. Let's say if you have 40 items, okay, some researcher, they said 40 items means the questions, the statements in your questionnaire. Some researcher, they said that 40 times 5 is 200 at least. But some researcher, they also have said a number of items times 10. This is somehow acceptable, like 40, 10 is like 400. But this is not only the concern. We have many other determinants, other concerns as well. Even though if we know the population size, there are many methods, statistical method we can come up with, the ideal sample size. In online also you can find automatically. Also like Slovin's formula, then Gracie Morgan Cohen's formula, which is found in your textbook, Sekeran and Bogie. The recent one is Bogie and Sekeran 2020. You can find that. But this is not the sole concern when it comes to data analysis. Again, what kind of software you are using? MOS, PLS, SPSS. So we have to pay attention on that, whether the software, the ideal sample size, I mean, your sample size that you have, whether it is an ideal sample size for the software as well. That's why all the checklists you have to fulfill. Let's say you're saying it has to be at least 350 from calculation. Just now you said from the
Yes.
population. But whether this 350 is acceptable or the software that you're using, for example, Amos. Yes, the Amos 350 is acceptable. It is not to a smaller size, not to a larger sample. It's acceptable. So you can proceed with that. No issue on this. Okay. Now, next stage, how you are planning.
I'm first planning to, after cleaning, I'll check whether it fulfill the.
Why you need to clean the data? What is your answer?
I have to clean because it is in many cases it is obvious the participants have answered without a proper reading of the questionnaire. So if I include them, I don't think that.
Okay, very good. This is your opinion. But do you have support, literature support? Who has said that or who have said that?
There are supports for that.
Excellent. Have you written this one inside your thesis?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
That's good.
Very good. One more thing I would like to ask. How do you know these are not the good things, good inputs? That's why you are removing this. How do you know that?
Because
Data
from
cleaning.
the,
You are cleaning something is not expected. How you
Yes.
are identifying them?
one way of identifying is there are reverse items, that is just opposite of one or two items. So first I am checking those items. For example, one of the items says, I don't know, I am any reason.
What you're saying, we are expecting something in academic language. How to say that? You see, if examiners, they ask this question, how to encounter this, how to answer this, you just say that to determine the unexpected inputs, there are two ways to do that: practical approach and statistical approach. Practical approach, just like what we say, we can easily catch with the reverse coded questions. The same concept, we are putting yes and no or reverse coding. Let's say question number 7 and question number 25. Same question, for example, but reverse coding. And if we say that both cases, they're ticking like 5 and 5, strongly agree, strongly agree. So it is understood that they haven't gone through it. What does it mean? It means that the halo effect, please take note, there are several errors. Halo effect. Halo effect means a stereotypical effect, a stereotypical error of respondents. What does it mean? It means that the respondents might not be reading the each and every statements or the questions carefully, but from their assumption, they will be just simply clicking on that. If it is online, we can see that the duration of answering the questionnaire, we can find that we have, let's say, 40 items. They're spending only 3 minutes, so we can understand that they did not read. So just click, click, click like that. But if it is not online, there is no way to keep the track of the duration of respondents or responding the questionnaire. What to do? Yes, we do the reverse coding. Just now you have said. Reverse coding will show us whether this question is with halo effect or not. Okay, this is the first one. You need to write this one inside your thesis, by the way. Okay, yeah. The criteria of eliminating the problematic inputs. Second one is called, I think you have mentioned already, central tendency error. That means everyone would like to keep like 3, 4, 3, 4 like this. If it is 5-point like a scale, your middle point is 3. If it is 7-point like a scale, your middle point is 4. Doesn't matter. You may find like everything like tick, tick, 3, 3, 3, 3, or 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, or 3, 4, 3, 4. They put like this because they don't know how to give their opinion. They didn't read. They don't have time. Okay, I stay neutral. I put all 3 or all 4 like this. So this is another problematic case. So we have to eliminate that. Number 3 is called response bias. What does it mean? It means that all 5, if it is 5-point like a scale, or all 7, if it is 7-point like a scale. This is positive side. Negative side is they may put all 1 or all 1 2 1 2 like this without reading. It cannot be like this, right? So this is called question bias, response bias. So by looking at those practical perspective, we eliminate those. However, how about statistically? Yes. After eliminating those, when we go for the analysis, we know outliers, we know multicolority and other things. From there, we know that which one is falls under outliers, or skewness kurtosis, like normality, whether normally distributed, but that is different case. That is statistical case. Okay, so that's how, for the time being, before going for the analysis, before going to come up with the statistical analysis, we can determine the problematic input, and that's how it has been cleaned. That's why we're saying data cleaning.
Thank you everyone for watching, and we hope that you have observed the advices that was given by Dr. Firdaus and myself. Okay, and we hope that whatever that we have shared today will give you a practical knowledge and also insight of how to do data cleansing and how to treat your sample size. Thank you everyone for watching. We hope that whatever advices that we have given you today and whatever that we have shared with you together with our students, all right, will give you an insight of how you're going to choose or determine your sample size, and also how a good data cleansing is to be done. Thank you very much.